What's up, guys? It's me here, and today we are going to be talking about um, the Modern Warfare 3 versus Battlefield 3. They're both the third of their type, like out of Modern Warfare. It's the third one out of Battlefield. It's the third one. So start off with the graphics. Modern Warfare 3 is going to have the same graphics as Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 2 graphics are amazing, as you can see in this gameplay. But I'm gonna have to say that Battlefield 3 has they're just ridiculously amazing, and it's because they got a new graphics engine called Frostbite 2, and that basically equals better graphics. So I'm gonna have to say that Battlefield 3 wins on the graphics, but I'm still gonna be looking forward to Modern Warfare 3's graphics and Battlefield 3's graphics. So I'll have to buy both of them, or my brother will buy one, and then I'll be sure to get some gameplay out on both of them. And then next is the gun list. Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3, they basically have the same gun list, but Modern Warfare 3 has some more better guns. Like, they're bringing back some good guns, the guns from Modern Warfare 2, but there's still gonna be some new guns that I think are gonna be better than than Battlefield 3. So I'm gonna have to hands down give that to Modern Warfare 3. So Modern Warfare 3 is gonna win on that, and I think they are also gonna win because they have the multiple attachments on the gun. I haven't played Battlefield Bad Company 2 or anything. I've not played one Battlefield game yet, so I'll have to see about that. But also, like the two attachments, like the two sights, so you can zoom in farther without having to go to a whole different class and everything. I think that's a very smart move by Modern Warfare 3. And also, Battlefield 3, they have good guns, but like I said, Modern Warfare 3 is gonna have better, and they have a better system. One thing that I like is the vehicles in Battlefield 3, such as a helicopter or a jeep for transportation. I think it's better than a kill streak, in my opinion, because they want to make it as realistic as possible. So in Army, you don't earn a helicopter, and you don't get like, oh, I have a 7 kill streak, General, give me a helicopter now. No, you're either in the Air Force and you have a helicopter, or there's just one sitting there at the base and they take it up for a little spin and start blowing people up. But no, everyone in Modern Warfare 3 says it's like the most realistic game out there. Well, that's where you're wrong. Battlefield 3, the games fall if they get hit by an explosive. So in Modern Warfare 2, I can't say if they're doing it in Modern Warfare 3. They haven't said anything about it, so I'm pretty sure they're leaning away from doing that. But if I shoot RPGs a lot and AT4s lately, they don't blow up the wall, of course. But in Battlefield 2, people have been saying that, oh my god, it's so great, because like if there's like an objective there and people are in there, you can just blow up the building, shoot an RPG at the wall, and then make a new door so you could run in there and stuff. That's so much better. And like, for example, like if you know there's a guy in a building, like, hey, there's a guy next to me in this building, why would I waste my time to run up there and have a chance of actually dying? Why not just blow the building up and possibly get some extra points for blowing the building up and killing him at the same time? So I'm pretty sure Battlefield 3 is going to be winning on the environment, and then and the last thing is motions of the player. In Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, you can jump, aim down sight, sprint, crouch, go prone, and even dive. You can do all that in Battlefield 3. I'm not sure you can dive in Battlefield 3, but it's so much more fluent. You can see yourself pretty much jumping, landing, and hands pushing while crawling. You actually have feet, so Battlefield 3 wins on that. I'm proud to say here, I'm proud to say, here I come, Battlefield 3. Now, I'm not saying, like, I'm not gonna buy Modern Warfare 3 and, oh, he's not gonna be doing any Modern Warfare 3 commentaries anymore. Well, I am, because I'll probably get it for, like, a birthday or something. But I think I'm gonna be pre-ordering Modern Warfare, Black Ops, no, oh my god, what am I saying? I think I'm gonna be pre-ordering, Battlefield 3, and, will be quite the difference, because I have not played Battlefield 3 ever, so I'll have to get used to all that stuff, and then there's probably gonna be a lot of pros out there, so don't expect my gameplay to be that good. But also in Modern Warfare 3, I'm probably still gonna be playing like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops and all that stuff, but I'll be sure to have that stuff out, because I might even have Modern Warfare 3 before, because Modern Warfare 3 is coming out in November, and I'm pretty sure Battlefield 3 is coming out in next year, I believe so. So, you'll see Battlefield 3 first, and then, yeah, you'll just see all that stuff, and, just keep on watching, and, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of videos, so, what did I just do? Or whatever. Thought I messed up the video. Hold on. And then, I'll have some gameplay. I'll probably do, like, new series, like, I actually am thinking of doing a new series called What You Want, and, like, for future games, like, what are you gonna want in, other games, like, what's another game coming out? Gosh, I don't know. Let's see, what's another game coming out, guys? Gosh. Well, there is this, other game called Rocksmith that's coming out. I don't know, it doesn't seem like such, like, a popular type of game that no one really knows about, but if you're a good guitar player, or you've wanted to learn guitar, and you have a guitar just laying around, this is a game I would suggest getting, because it is a game where you hook your guitar into your PlayStation, for me, or Xbox, and then it shows you how to play the song, like where to hit the chords and everything. So that'll be good. So then you can be like, oh, I'm learning how to play guitar. Oh, really? Where are you going? Oh, I go downstairs in my basement. You can just say that to a friend or something. And that's pretty much it. So Battlefield 3 is going to be coming out, and so is Modern Warfare 3, both the third ones of their series, and I hope to be playing that as soon as possible. I'm going to be pre-ordering, and in the pre-order you get 2 vehicles, 2 guns, and 4 maps from Modern Warfare, Battlefield 2, and so that'll be good, and that's pretty much it, and this is just the beginning of the first series of Battlefield and Modern Warfare 3. Adios, guys. Thanks for watching.